Okay everybody, this is the complete transformation process video for Magic Square's Legends Scale Brawl. Just a reminder, this is only the transformation process. The review is separately uploaded, and bear with me with this guy because he's incredibly fiddly, so I want to make this as, I suppose, descriptive as possible. So let's just move the camera back a little so I've got room. What we're going to do then, we're going to start off with the arms. So what we'll do with the arms is at the back, if you hold on to the main part of the forearm, pull the fist down, you'll actually slide that open, then you can fold the fist right inside, tuck that away, and you'll see that'll tab in. Rotate that 180 degrees and just slot it together so all the treads line up. Same process on this side, hold the main forearm, fold the fist in, turn it all the way in, close that up, rotate this around, and indeed slide that together. Right, then what we'll do is we'll take the back turret, you'll pull this right out for now so it's completely out of the way, then take the shoulders, bring this right the way down. Now this should, there we go, sometimes you need to lift it up ever so slightly just to fold it all the way down. You can then take the head, bring this forward, then take out what's going to be the front of the tank, lift that up, get the head, fold it right back on itself, it'll fit into that little spot there you can see behind, and then what we're going to do, is once it's back, you can push the whole thing back. You've got to slot it actually back. There you go, see it click in? That's probably one of the most awkward things if you haven't pushed it all the way in. So once it's pushed all the way in, you can then start to line all this up. This tab will fit into the front there. This will come over and this tab will fit into the front there. Right, so keeping the main turret out of the way, take the hip skirts, just lift these up for now as well. Then rotate the legs all the way around and then right, this is where it's going to get quite tricky, okay? Right then, moving on to the legs themselves, and really struggling to try and get it to show you this, how to do it in detail, because it's so awkward, but let's see what we can do. So we've got it, obviously, as I say, turned around at the waist. Now if you look to the inside of the thighs, you've got these tabs here. If you can slowly lift these away from there, once you've done that, you can then separate the whole part of that leg. See, that bit will lift up. Then this part here is on a slider, slide this down like so, and then watch all this fold out. So if this isn't either a parts former, it's definitely a panel former. So fold this out, not a parts former, a shell former. Fold that tab out, fold this tab out, and tab that in there, and then join that up at that side. Then what you'll do is you'll take the treads, lift these up, rotate these 180 degrees, and tab them in there. So what we've got is a huge side. Yeah, it's definitely a panel. If it's not a parts former, it's a panel former. Then on the inside, the bit which we just unhinged, you're going to fold the tiny bit over, so I'm trying to show you what we're doing. So this little part here is going to fold over on itself, and then that indeed will fold over itself there as well. Turn your attention to the bottom of the leg, get this little piece out there, fold that up, get the heel, fold that part in, fold the toe into there, and then fold this over on itself like that as well. So we're pretty much now looking at this. I know it doesn't really look like much, but we've got that pretty much ready. So this is going to come round to the side. This is going to fold over right over on itself, and then you can clip this right the way down and flush there. So once you've got that super flush there, in a second, not just yet, we'll then close that. If you haven't closed it already, then we can fold this over on itself. So I'm just going to leave it open for now, because it will make it easier to put it all together. Now, before we forget, we'll take the orientation of, you see that's bunt in there from the robot mode, take it down, slide it up that way, and leave it there ready for what we're about to do in the tank mode. So what we did with the one leg, we're going to separate this tab here on the side of the hamstring, lift this part of the leg up once this is detached. There it comes, up that slides, slide the slider down, and then we're going to open this up, open that up, fold this down, tab it into there. So again, there's the side, open up the treads, spin this around, and pop that in. So with regards to this little bit on the inside of the thigh, fold that little bit tab over, fold that little tab over, bring this little tab out. 47 steps there is for this, that's why it's so difficult. Fold that bit into the heel, fold the toe in there, lift that all the way up and fold that in. So now if we're looking at this, what we're going to do, we're going to collapse this part over again like so. So that's what you're looking at. So they've all collapsed over themselves. You can then tab these together and then bring everything down, line everything up flush, and then all the tabs will just fit into each other like so. To be honest, what I'd suggest doing is maybe joining the treads up first, joining all the tracks. If we get the tracks joined up like so, put the forearms into there, then put the tracks into each other. Same on this side, put the tracks into each other. Then it's just a case of compressing all of these together around the sides. So there's the holes, there's the tabs. This is all just going in nicely. This side here at the moment, see the tabs we're trying to get in is, as you can see, just playing me up ever so slightly. I just need to tap that in. There we go. Then extend the turret, and there is your alternate mode. So then let's try reversing it and getting him back into robot. This should be easy, but for some reason it doesn't feel easy for myself. I'm going to start off by just condensing the turret in, just in case we forget. And then we're going to start to take off these panels, which of course we've just clipped all the way in. I'm going to do both sides, to be honest. I'm going to separate right here, nice and careful. And then I'm just going to pull the midsection back a little bit and then separate the treads. Right, then I'm going to separate the legs like so, and then to be honest, I'm going to get the turret, I'm going to lift that right up out of the way. So what we're looking to do is condense things back over itself, or fold it all back in. So this will then separate off that tiny little tab, fold it in, fold it over like so. Take the slide, which is, I need to come around this, let's pull this down out of the way. We need to fold the leg open like so. Once we've got that open, there we go, we need to then bring this bit out. So because we've folded it over on itself, what we need to do is bring this back, fold that over there, and indeed that over on itself like that. So you can see it's starting to all build up on the side. Let's take this part, which is where the foot is, fold the foot out, fold this tiny little bit out as well at the back. There it is. And then what we need to do is we need to bring this out from here. So by holding on to this part here and just moving the treads out of the way, what we're looking to do, there we go, is just extend this part here. So hold on to the grey. This should, there we go, now condense out. See how that did that? It is super awkward, but that's the way to do it. So then slide this down, take this hip tiny skirt off first, fold that out, drop that into place. This will now come over the top of this, turn the heel over, and then turn this around to close it all in. So this is what you're finished, obviously, off. Oh, that bit's still stuck up. Fold that bit down. You can see how everything's tabbed in. And what you're looking at is, if I fold that out, so I can show you, that is your finished article from there. So you'll know if you've got it right yourself. So let's try and do that again so you can see it. So take this part, separate, fold it in, fold it over, fold it under itself, and then collapse it against the leg. Lift this part up, and then we're going to turn our attention to the bottom part here because we need to bring this out and extend the leg fully out. There we go. So now we've managed to open that. Take this little hip part out, fold this out as well, and then fold this bit here at the top right over on itself. So if we turn it around this side now, you can see all these bits that are here ready to be attached. So we say, let's bring the foot over like so. Take this little bonus bit out as well that's tucked inside the heel. There's the back of the leg. I need to turn the treads around as well because they're the opposite way. Turn them that way around. Now it's a case of sliding. Which way do I need to go? So I need to get it into there. So I need to slide this up. Oh, my treads have got in the way. And let's move the treads out of the way because I need to spin this around because this needs to tuck into the back of the leg. I told you it was tricky, and I'm sorry I'm not doing this much justice at the moment, but I want you to be able to sort of see. There we go. So I've turned it around on itself like so. Now it'll all collapse back over like so, and I've lifted that up so you could see. Now I'm going to turn that back in, close it all up, slot this up, close it up, and then that is the legs done. Yep, there you go. That's how the legs should be looking. we'll turn our attention to the top. So just lift the hip skirts up, 180-degree spin, fold them back down, separate at the top like so, pull these right the way down. Remember, these collapse all the way out. Take the head, fold it all the way out and slot this whole thing forward. Fold the back part under, put the head on until it's upright and sitting flush. This will then lift over, that tab's going to fit in there, same as on that side. Then what we're going to do, we're going to collapse that into there. The arms are a bit easier. Open these, rotate it, hold the forearms, remember, and slot this out. Once you've done that, bring the fist out, slot it in, turn it down. So, same principle there, bring it out, rotate it, open up the forearm. It's a little more tricky this way, obviously, because I haven't got the fist to grab hold of. Untap that there, fold this fist out, push it down, and then there you go. So, I hope this really helps, because it is super tricky, and the instructions, to be honest, don't really do it any justice. But there you go, there he is back in Robot.